Oh, it's open. Hey everyone, my name is Trent and I'm currently traveling out of my van all across Alaska right now. And last night I stayed in this Planet Fitness parking lot just right outside of Anchorage, Alaska. And I had to come into town, do some chores and stuff, restock up on some things, but I'm ready to get out of here because city life just isn't for me. But that's okay because today I'm headed somewhere really cool. I'm going about an hour out of where I'm at right now to a place called Hatcher's Pass, which is apparently this really scenic drive through the Alaskan wilderness. And there's even like an abandoned mine up there that I want to go explore. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. But first, I need to get some coffee in me and then I'm gonna hit the road. Dang, that's good. All right, let's hit the road. All right, we've made it to Hatcher's Pass, and we are currently driving through the most stunning landscape I have ever seen in my entire life. Wow, this is gorgeous. Wow, it really feels like I'm in a different country right now. I had no idea Alaska had landscapes like this. And this little cluster of buildings back behind me is like a lodge you can stay at, I guess. But those little buildings surrounded by these huge mountains is just so pretty to me. And right now, Millie and I are hiking up to the abandoned mine that I mentioned earlier. And this place is called Independence Mine. And there's tons of just like abandoned buildings that I'm really excited to explore. However, I made the mistake of coming here on a Saturday on a beautiful day here in Alaska, which means there's probably gonna be a ton of people there, but it is what it is. Wow, there are so many buildings here. This is really cool looking. Whoa, go Mills. Wow, this is like a whole town of abandoned buildings. This is beautiful. Now, this place is a park, so it's open to the public and it's actually pretty well maintained. So in order to maintain these buildings, I'm willing to bet that a lot of these buildings we can't go into, but at least we get the chance to explore around the premises. Okay, so based off these plaques here, I guess it really was a mining town. This here was kind of the living quarters. And that first building that we went into is the like cookhouse, mess hall area. Whoa, that's actually really cozy in there. Shoot, I'd definitely live in there, that's for sure. Okay, it seems like this building here is the mine office and commissary. People from other mines in the district came to the store to buy goods and trade stories. The store at the Independence became a communication center. That's pretty cool. Man, I am just kind of blown away by how cool this place is. This might be like the most well-preserved, old, abandoned mining town I've ever been to in my entire life. There's just so many buildings. I wish we could go in them. That would be fun. This building here was the engineering office. So this is where they like mapped all the routes for all the mines here. And I just learned that this whole mining town ended up harvesting about 150,000 ounces of gold during its time. That's crazy. Looks like this here is the old mine cart that was used to transport all of the ore that they got from the mines here. Wow, this is robust. Some dense material. What you doing, Millie? You being silly? You being silly? Wow, looks like there's more buildings up here. Is that a house? Does someone live up there? It is insane how much beauty is here in Alaska. Like there's just so much to see and do here. If you guys think this is beautiful, the other day I hiked to a glacier and I did like a coastal hike off the Kenai Peninsula and it blew my mind. And I filmed a whole video about that on my Patreon, which if you want to access that along with many other videos, go check out my Patreon and there's a link to it down in the description of this video. Okay, yep, end of the trail, private residence beyond this point, no trespassing. So that little A-frame house way up there, I guess is someone's house. And I believe this is still part of the Independence mine, but I could be wrong. All right, that was fun. However, I think I'm gonna follow this dirt road here that goes through the valley of these mountains and see if I can find a place to camp for the night. Come on, let's go. Sit, wait. Okay, go. Good girl. Well, after driving for way longer than I was expecting to, I finally found a spot to camp for the night. I ended up having to drive a little further south to find camp today, but it worked out because this spot is gorgeous. I'm right up on this river here, right outside of Seward, Alaska. So I made quite the drive, but the spot is really cool. There are a ton of other campers right down the road here, and I really love this spot. Like it's really cozy. Oh, by the way, in case you guys missed it in my last video, my big announcement, I'm going to Japan after my adventures here in Alaska, which I'm really excited for because Japan has been on my bucket list all of my life. And it's finally happening in February of 2025. And the best part is, you guys are invited to come with me. That's right, it's a group trip, baby, where me and 24 of you guys are gonna fly to Tokyo, Japan, meet there, hang out for 7 days, adventure around, explore the amazing and unique culture of Japan, eat some good food, go to old historical temples, adventure around the city. And it's gonna be a really good time. And if you guys have been wanting to meet me, hang out with me, and adventure somewhere cool, sort of like this, except not through a screen, this is your chance. Because again, this trip is open for you guys to come with me. However, spots are booking up pretty quickly. We've already got quite a few people already reserved on the trip, so there's only a few spots left. So if you're interested in going to Japan with me, I'll leave a link to the trip page down below, which I highly recommend you go check out because it's got all the information you'll need about the trip, like the full itinerary of what we're gonna be doing throughout the 7 days that we're there, the price of the trip, the exact dates. And yeah, it's just gonna be a blast, and I'm so freaking excited. All right, my belly's full. The van is feeling squeaky clean. The sun is setting. Finally, it's getting dark here in Alaska. So I think for the rest of the night, I'm gonna make some tea, light a candle, dim the lights a little bit in the van, whip out the gaming laptop, boot up some Lego Fortnite, and just relax because today's been a good day and I deserve it. All right, the gaming suite is all set up, which, by the way, a lot of you guys have asked what I game and work off of, and this is actually the ROG Strix Scar 18 laptop. It's got a 4090 in it. I love this laptop. However, I got some fingerprints all over it. It's definitely well used. And tonight's game of choice is Lego Fortnite. And to pair with the game, I've got this cool little Lego light, which is really setting the mood here. But Millie's all cozied up in the bed. I got my tea. The van is feeling nice and cozy with our candle. And even though it's about 10:19 p.m., the sun is still out and you can see this beautiful snowy mountain off in the distance. But for the rest of the night, I'm gonna be chilling and gaming in the van and soaking up all of these cozy vibes that are happening right now. What was that? What the heck? Where did my chair go? What is this? Where did this come from? Okay, this is really, really strange. My chair was right there. And from where it was, there's like all these scuffs on the ground and these like gummy looking things. And there's like a whole trail of them going to the other side of my van. Hello? Look, they just keep going, leading straight into that forest there. What is going on? What is all this stuff? I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. Okay, this is really, really strange. If you guys have any idea as to what could have possibly made this mess here in the forest, or if you think it might mean something that all of this is here, I want you guys to leave your theories in the comments down below. This is really strange, and I'm getting the feeling that this might mean something big. Good morning, Millie. You ready to go outside? Good morning, everyone. It is another cloudy, chilly day here in Alaska. I knew that beautiful sunny day wasn't gonna last. It never does. All right, let's make some coffee. So I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but I'm currently going through a coffee kick. I go through these phases where I want tea in the morning, sometimes I want coffee in the morning, sometimes I want cold brew, and lately I've been really wanting just a regular old hot cup of coffee. So I got this cute little single-use French press, and I've been making the perfect cup of coffee every morning. And yes, I just use Folgers, and that's mainly because it reminds me of my childhood. My dad would drink Folgers all the time growing up, and just smelling it immediately makes me think of my dad. It's great. Just gonna let that sit for a couple minutes. Look at Millie out there, just hanging out. I don't know what she's doing. Maybe just admiring the nature. I love that dog. She is the best dog in the entire world. My favorite thing about her is, well, I've got a lot of favorite things about her, but I love the fact that she stays close to camp. She doesn't wander far. She literally is always in eyesight of me. She never leaves my side, and she is the perfect companion, and I love her so much. Man, there is nothing like the first sip of hot coffee in the morning while you're camping. It is a beautiful morning. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a massive mountain off in the distance there. It's got some snow on it, and it's probably 55 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. Big contrast to yesterday. Yesterday had to have been like 80 degrees. I was sweating. As you guys can tell, I got myself a new hoodie. I bought this a couple days ago from Cabela's, which I really like. It's got nice texture to it. It's light. I like the color. So I may have a new hoodie that's gonna replace that green hoodie that I wear 24/7. Which, by the way, so many of you guys have asked over the years where I got that thing from. And I'm finally revealing it. Are you ready, folks? I bought that hoodie like 6, 7 years ago, maybe. I don't know, from Rue 21. And I love that hoodie. I love it a lot. However, it is falling apart now and the color's fading. And I've been trying to see if I could get a replacement online or something, but they don't even sell them anymore, which is unfortunate because it's literally my favorite hoodie I've ever bought in my entire life. But this is a good runner-up. It's pretty nice. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is a great way to start the morning. I love my morning walks with a nice cup of coffee or tea with my cute pup Millie. It's my favorite part of the day. I feel like I say that a lot. Maybe every day is my favorite part of the day. I just love being here, let's be honest. Okay, so I've made it to the small coastal town of Seward here in Alaska, which is a really cute, tiny town right on the coast of the Kenai Peninsula, just a couple of hours south of the town of Whittier, which is a town I explored previously. However, Seward is a lot bigger than Whittier. I expected it to be a little more remote feeling, but no, it's a pretty well-established town. There's a Safeway grocery store, there's a Wells Fargo bank, so it's pretty well established. What's really neat is all these areas right on the beach here are campgrounds. So I might honestly stay here tonight because it's right in town. Man, this is crazy. The whole beach side, like all of this, all these are campgrounds. That's really cool. This is the most like camp RV friendly town I've ever been to.
Going in?
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, sir.
Oh,
You want something to drink just in case?
Yeah, just water.
Water?
Yeah. Hello.
Are you ready for order?
I think so.
All right, what can I get for you?
I'm gonna do the halibut Sammy.
Halibut salmon with regular French fries. Is that okay for you?
Perfect.
Okay, sure. I'll get that for you. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you. You know, this sandwich doesn't look that good, but it actually is really tasty. Hi. Whoa. These look good. Could I get a chocolate chip cookie and a cinnamon roll? It just looks too good. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, enjoy.
Well guys, I know I just ate, but anytime I see a bakery, I gotta stop. Got me a little chocolate chip cookie. That's a thick cookie, oh my gosh. And then this cinnamon roll looks really good too. I am a sucker for sweets. I don't even care. Judge me all you want. Come here. Go. So I drove a little bit further, just outside of town, going a little more south down the peninsula, about maybe 10 minutes down the road. There's a bunch of these houses right on the beach here, and this is gorgeous. Oh, I think I see a seal. There's a seal out there. He's just rolling around in the water. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh, there he goes. Well, while cruising the town aimlessly in my van, I stumbled upon this cool hiking trail that follows the coast here, and it should lead us to this really pretty view of the coast up on top of some cliffs. But it's a fairly short hike to get to the viewpoint that I'm going for. However, what's cool about this trail is if you keep going, there's a ton of like public use cabins that you can stay in along the trail. And there's even old World War II fort remnants, which would be really cool to check out. However, the only way to get out there is during low tide, because when the tide comes in, it washes away the trail and the water's super deep, you can't cross it. And I believe it is around high tide right now, so I don't think we're gonna walk that far, but we're definitely still gonna get to see some beautiful stuff because this forest is just really pretty. Whoa, check this out. I don't know if the camera's picking this up or not, but oh my gosh, this forest is gorgeous. But like there's this low fog on the ground here. Wow, this feels like a movie set. Wow. It's a lot cooler right here too. And I guess it's because it's low fog. Wow, this is beautiful. I have never been in a forest like this before, where these trees have these limbs that are covered in this like thick, fluffy moss. This is really, really pretty. And I feel like I'm having a really tough time capturing this beauty. I think we made it. This is awesome. Wow, this backdrop right here is beautiful. This is so cool. This whole landscape is just a freaking dream. And the rainy, cloudy vibes just make it 10 times better. Oh no. You having fun? Can you guys tell that Millie likes being on the beach? Oh, I think this is one of the public use cabins. Whoa, this looks awesome. I hope nobody's in here because I want to check this thing out. Wow. Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know, there are several public use cabins along the Kenai Peninsula. And I believe they work just like shelters do on like the Appalachian Trail and other big trails in the United States, where these things are built and maintained by the National Forest Service and they're free to use. However, these require a permit. I don't know if you have to pay. I'm pretty sure they're free, but you just have to make sure you reserve your time slot here. And this is just incredible. Look at Millie, she wants to go inside. I don't know how much you'll be able to see the inside, but it's pretty bare bones. You got a table, some bunk beds. Looks like people have left some supplies for you to use. Oh, it's open. You can just go in. Wow. This is really sweet. Oh, it looks like it's got a wood burning stove, or, oh no, it's a Nordic oil stove. Never heard of that before, but that's pretty sweet. And again, it's pretty bare bones. There's no mattresses or anything. You have to pack all that in, bring your sleeping bag, all of your food, your cooking supplies. But dude, imagine hanging out in here with a couple friends, whipping up a good meal, sitting at the table, looking at the view of the beach outside. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. And there's even a fire pit right there. And you know what? That's probably an outhouse. Dude, this is so cool. And there's many other public use cabins that you can't even hike to. You have to get to them by boat, which is even cooler. I definitely want to do that while I'm here in Alaska. It's on my list for sure. Man, Alaska is impressing me more and more every single day that I'm here. With every single activity that I do, every sight that I see, my mind is just blown all over again. And I've only seen a very, very tiny fraction of this place. There is a massive portion of Alaska that you just can't get to by a van. You've got to get there by boat or plane. And if this is what's available to me by my van, imagine what's out there beyond the roads. But to be honest, guys, I know I've only been here for like maybe a little over a month now, but in that short amount of time, I have just fallen madly in love with this place. And after 5 years of being on the road, traveling all over the lower 48, no other state that I've been to has ever had this kind of impact on me. Alaska's really doing something to me spiritually these past couple of weeks. And this is the first time where I've been to a place and I've been like, yeah, I think I could do this. Granted, I know that I'm only experiencing the summer of Alaska, so my perception of Alaska is a little distorted and winters are a whole different battle, but a big part of me really wants to experience that. And I've been toying with the idea of not leaving Alaska and just staying here through the winter. Now, obviously, if I did do that, I wouldn't stay in my van because that would just be brutal. So if I were to do that, I would certainly have to get a place, whether that's renting or buying, if that's even within my budget. But the idea of getting a place and settling down somewhere just hasn't really sat well with me until I got here to Alaska. There's just so much to see, so much to do here. And I just want more time to take it all in, to experience it. I don't know. Something feels very right about this place. And I don't want to leave. All right, I made it back to the van and I ended up driving back to the spot that I camped at last night, which is this riverbed here. And I'm glad I did because I really like this spot. Like this spot feels safe. I love having other campers next to me. It's like a little neighborhood, you know? But I got the van all cleaned up after adventuring around today with the rain and walking Millie around, her just being soaked and muddy, and me with my boots tracking in all the mud into the van. Like, this place just gets so gross so quick. And the first thing I have to do when I land in camp after a rainy day is clean it up. But the van's feeling nice and clean. Millie is zonked. And I'm ready to go to bed. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, guys. Thank you so much for following along on this adventure with me. It's been a blast. If you've enjoyed this adventure of me traveling around Alaska and you want to see more of my Alaskan adventures, I've got a playlist of all of the Alaska things that I've done so far on this journey, and I'll continue to add to that playlist as time goes on. But if you're already all caught up on all my videos and you want access to bonus content that you haven't seen yet here on YouTube, consider supporting me on Patreon. Doing so will grant you access to so many other videos that you haven't seen yet, and there's some really, really great videos out there, so make sure you go check them out. But that's all that I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one.